Okay, here we are today, Palm Beach County Courthouse Museum. Let's go check it out. See the old building here. We got different things, going on. It's free admission, by the way, so we're not paying parking. You have to park on the street. It's like 2-hour minute park room. You have to be gone out of there, I think, basically, after that time. I'll get back to when I'm inside, and I'll let you know more info, because you gotta put quarters in the machine. I think it has a card slider, but I would rather come with quarters because you never know. And 2 hours is plenty enough. But if not, then you go around the corner and park in a different spot or same spot and add more quarters, I guess. Okay, we're inside. I'll show you the doorway that went through and some steps that were there. Okay. We'll swing it around and we'll start walking through. Yeah, that's where you exit later, the gift shop. Okay, continuing on the hallway here. This is several placards explaining the history, so I'm just going to kind of run over them real quick. The courthouse. There's some of the people that worked on it in there as well. I'll let you go ahead and read this here. Back out a little bit. I'll go to the next one. Started in 1909. Let's go ahead and read the info there. Here's what it originally started as. Obviously things were small back then, but 1916. Read that. A little bigger. Actually a lot bigger. 1927. A lot bigger again. And 1955. And again, bigger, bigger, bigger. Let's say we don't have anything big in Palm Beach County, aka Florida. No, there's other places, but you know, this is one of the hottest spots. All right, 1972. And then that one you just saw previously is in the middle of all these that are wrapped all the way around. Oops. And there. And then 2004. Actually, it was one in 90, but anyways, that's not on the wall. But they took all that down because they wanted to preserve it. They didn't want to keep everything, so they kept the actual building that's inside, which is this one. All the wraparounds were taken down, and that's what you see now. Behind is the, newer stuff as well. Okay, get back to you in a minute. And right around the corner, 2007. And that's what we're in now. Okay, now I'll get back. Okay, the Richard and Pat Johnson Palm Beach County History Museum is what we're going to go in and see what they got. Oh, there we go. Step back in time immediately. How you like that? Yeah. That was the latest cell phone back then. You like that, huh? Get a close-up of it. See, what is that? It says dictaphone? Yeah, dictaphone, yeah. I was really having some fun back then. You made sure that phone call was definitely needed. There's a bunch of little I don't know what those are. I guess that's what they use to, dictate on. That's the rolls. Okay. Rolls that you put in, there. Okay. Let's see, what's this? Blue Southeast Jailhouse. I guess that's what it was in, wow, they had a hanging gallows there if you got out of hand. Getting out of hand, boy. Another dictaphone over here, different style, I guess, than the other one. Yeah, these are definitely some treasured items here. Really cool. don't even know if anybody I know has ever had one, to be honest. But gotta start somewhere. All right, and there's a lot of literature you can read on the wall there. We're not going to go through everything on there. You can come yourself down to Palm Beach County. It's right across from the Palm Beach Island, by the way. This was the original founder. No, just kidding. I don't know. This is Share Your Story. Coconut head carved by former superintendent of West Palm Beach Parks, Paul Dreher. The Dreher Park Zoo. That was the zoo I went to earlier. You can watch all my videos and check it out. Which appears to be a self-portrait. Cool. All right, let's go to the other side here. Burdines. Sunshine Fashion. That was, let's see. Yeah, that's right. It was a chain of Florida stores established in 1896. You gotta be in Florida to know that one. I remember that store. The Clematis Street store was a popular shopping and lunching destination. I don't remember any food in there, but okay. Some things I had there. Black hat. It says black woman's hat or fascinator with flowers and lace. That's what they wore back in those days, folks. Let's see here. Oh, I got something I want to show you here in a minute. Red hat. Red one is red woman's hat or fascinator with a woven pattern on the top and lace. All right, and then dish towel, which is there. Off-white linen towel with red trim used for drying glasses spotlessly. Made in Ireland. 1928 to 60. Purchased at Pioneer Linens. And now I'm going to show you something here on the wall. It's pretty cool. This is downtown Clematis Street, which is now full of bars, restaurants, nightclubs, etc. That's what it looked like back then. I'll get a little panoramic view of. And a lot of that stuff is basically there, but obviously up to modern code and things. Let's see, that was 1920s, then 1972. Well, changed a little bit. 2001 is now City Place. That's what that is. Let me get you a little. And then One West Palm rendering. I'm not sure what that means, but help me out, will you, in the comments below. All right, let's go on to some other stuff here. Let's see what they got. Oh, here we go. More telephones. Hello? Hello? Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Can't quite read what's on there. I'll just get up close. Can read it through the lens. Video. All right. Push to talk looks like or something. Release, basically. You pushed it, I guess, and it sent out a ring-a-ding-ding. Let's check out these phones. Get a close-up of these old phones. Parents ever have one of these? The good old days when you didn't have to worry about texting and every other thing. Knowing, man, hey, you remember any of these that your dad used to go get the mail from? You don't see those around anymore, do you? I remember these things being around. Like pay phones, few and far between. Oh, here we go. How you like that cash register? Cash only. Well, and change. That's pretty cool. That's definitely very cool. I used to love those old-fashioned thingies. They pretty much died out, I think, like in the 70s, 80s, somewhere around there. And you starting to figure out something? Whatever. Crank it up. I'm going to see what this is here real quick. Something here, let's see. Gruber Hardware Store matchstick model. Oh, they made the whole thing out of matchsticks. Let me get a zoom in on there in a second. Pretty cool, huh? It's a furniture store back in the day. They made a replica out of matchsticks. I like that. That's somebody thinking in and outside the box. Let's get a little zoom on there. All matchsticks. That's pretty cool. All right. And we got some police items. Wow. Old-fashioned handcuffs. What? They got you close together with those. Comfortable? There's an old policeman's hat. Back in the days. They had style back then, folks. I don't care what anybody says. I like that old style police uniforms. It just felt more, prominent. But that's fine. Times change. Whatever. Zoom in on these. Get a little bigger there. Various ones from West Palm Beach they had used out in the field, I mean, these were some cool stuff they had back then. I'm sorry. Everybody has a different point of view, I guess, but I like these. Little Barney Fife, I'm not sure what that is. Blackjack made of braided leather carried by police officer Leon Carpenter, circa 1920. I guess he whacked you on the head. Get off that bench and go home. Sonny boy. You like that old fashioned. Car 54, where are you? Zoom in on that a little bit. Okay, that's it. Alright. Oh! My bad, I'm sorry. It's a breathalyzer. Wow. I didn't even know they had those back then. 1950s through the 90s. This model is dated 1963. Wow. I didn't even know they had that. And you thought the one on your Apple phone is cool. No, this is better. That thing's pretty ancient. Obviously, they're a lot better nowadays, but still, that's something I never thought I'd see here. Surprise, surprise. Look at that old metal heavy-duty walkie-talkie. CB radio. Yeah. All right. Oh, there's your polygraph machine. Wow. That's pretty cool. Again, I never thought I'd see this either. Only in the movies, but I guess now we get a real deal. This is pretty awesome. You don't see stuff like this every day, folks. I don't care where you go. I'm really happy they saved all this stuff and put it on display for you to see. Give them a good donation. I'm going to do that at the end here, because they definitely deserve it for all the stuff they got. This is very rough artifacts. All right, I'm going to get back to you. 1953 doesn't have a date. That's weird. Don't know. All right. There was something, but didn't have a date, and it disappeared, so oh well. It was a video that has a problem, I guess, or something. Anyways, there's a little stethoscope here. And I think they have these types anymore, huh? Hello, hello, are you alive? Bottle of cough medicine. Yeah, I could use a little bit of that right now, huh? Okay. Bottle of Paw Paw elixir. Despite its name, Paw Paw elixir did not contain juice from the Paw Paw plant. It consisted primarily of fermented papaya juice in the early 1900s. It sold for $1.99 a bottle. Today, the bottles are collector's items. Okay. For some reason, this one has been out to sea, it looks like. Must have been Jack Sparrow's bottle. Alright, we got here medications case. Look inside for the vials of various powders, tablets, and other medications. The doctor's name, C. Jennings Derrick, MD, is embossed on the lid. Okay. All those there. Zoom in on. Try to read them. These are going to be a little trickier. Get it the best you can. Okay, and above the leather medicine casing. I know I ain't going to be able to zoom in on that. That's about as good as I'm going to get. So, those are small little vials of stuff. Ear, nose, and throat diagnostic kit coming up right here. Zoom out a little bit. Breathe for me. That's it. Breathe in. Yeah. Lots of cool stuff. And doctor's medicine bag to finish it off here. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Photomatic voting machine that we probably should go back to. Yeah, these are the old days of Photomatic. Had a wall on either side, you know, and you went in there and followed the instructions, and down below you, I guess, punched it in or something. IBM made it. Punched in your stuff, you know. Little punch hole thingies for who you want it. All right, get back to you in a second. Child's desk and textbook. Now, I'm not going to read everything that's in here because there's a lot to read. And I've realized it's a rule of thumb nowadays I'm going to do. So if you want to read all the stuff, go online. There's like some of it there, but a lot of it you're going to have to come in and check it out yourself, okay? Read to your heart's content. I'm just getting you the meat of it, the good stuff. And that bonus stuff would be if you read it. If you want. But I'd be here for hours reading all the stuff, so I've made a judgment call to, from here on out, periodically read something if I feel it needs to make more sense, or something if it's short and to the point of what it is. Okay. Over here, let's see, what do we got? It's kind of dark here. Newspaper dress and movie poster of the Palm Beach Story. All right, these is the movie poster, and this was all the pieces of it. Trying to get as best I can here. Zoom in. Pieces of the press that you used back then to stamp it, you know. Yep, pretty old-fashioned, I know, but that's the whole point. I don't know how well this is showing up because it's kind of dark in here, but it's all right. And then here it is. We'll zoom out real quick. Try to stay out of the way here and get you best I can, but it's kind of dark, so just go over there and show you the parts of it. Very cool stuff. Very cool. Man, that is some ancient typewriting and printing. Tell you what. Sorry about the lighting, folks, but another rule of thumb. Even if they don't say it, don't be touching things too much, and definitely don't try to turn on the lights and stuff. Just leave it the way it is. You're better off. You won't have any problems. Now, this here is an old, I guess, movie film projector. I don't see the plaque anywhere saying what it is. Here? Oh, typewriters below, and then a movie projector. Yeah, okay. It's an old IBM typewriter here, the gray one. And then, wow, little old film there. And the projector. Man, it's like super small, this thing is. That thing even got any videos. It must have had like a really small screen for that, or that's a serious magnification back then. A different perspective of that thing. All right, get back to you in a second. Okay, I'm back. What's in a name, you say? Let's find out these here. Why Boynton Beach? I'll just read these to you real quick. Nathan Boynton, 1837 to 1911, was a retired Civil War major from Michigan in 1895. He bought 500 acres of land that would one day become Boynton Beach, he built the Boynton Beach Hotel there. All right. Next one. Why Curry Park? George Graham Curry. 1867-1926, a native of Quebec. Served as mayor of West Palm Beach from 1903 to 05. A lawyer and poet, he also developed the West Palm Beach subdivision of Pleasant City. Okay. Next one is why Prince Park? Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Continuing on. John Prince, 1892-1952, was an early Lake Worth settler and a county commissioner for 14 years. He persuaded Florida and local landowners to donate more than 1,000 acres to the county, including the land where Lantana Airport and John Prince Park are located. Next. Why Norton Museum? We'll zoom out and get a picture of that one there. Actually, let's go back to the Prince Park one real quick. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, why Norton Museum? Let's see. Ralph Norton, 1875-1953, a Chicago industrialist, moved to West Palm Beach. When he retired, he founded the Norton Museum of Art in 1941 to share his extensive art collection with the public. Okay, why Spady Elementary School? Solomon David Spady, 1887 to 1967, was one of the most respected educators in the county. He was the principal of George Washington Carver Jr./Senior High School, now SD Spady Elementary, for over a quarter of a century. Okay, let's go down to the next one here. Why Clarence E. Anthony Library? Clarence Anthony, 1959 to, they don't know, I guess, became mayor of South Bay in 1984 at the age of 24. He is the past president of the National League of Cities. Okay. Why Wellington? Okay. C. Oliver Wellington, 1886 to 1959, purchased the land that became the village of Wellington. It was originally called the Flying C.O.W. Cow Ranch / Flying because Wellington was an aviator. Cow because there were cows in his initials. Kidding. Cows in his initials. Okay, bad joke. Okay, this is why Little Park. Or Lytle, Tall, maybe. Okay. Lake Little Senior, 1906-1992, served for 32 years as a county commissioner, nicknamed Mr. Democrat. He founded it for the rights of women and minorities and helped found Little League Baseball here. Two more. Why Singer Island? Because Elvis was there. No. All right. Paris Singer, 1867-1932, heir to the Singer's sewing machine. Fortune brought architect Addison Meisner to Palm Beach. He began developing Singer Island during the real estate boom, but the resort fell victim to several major hurricanes and declining real estate values. Welcome to Florida. And last but not least, why Lake Worth? Okay, get it better. There we go. Colonel William Jenkins Worth, 1794 to 1849, brought the Second Seminole War to an end. He went on to serve in the Mexican-American War. In addition to Lake Worth, the town of Lake Worth and Fort Worth, Texas, are named in his honor. Okay, did you have fun, all that education? Huh, boys and girls? Attention! Attention! All right, let's see what we got over here. I'm checking yours. Check writer. Wow. Check writer, typewriter, and a Monroe calculating machine. Whoa. Wow, this is serious stuff here. All right. Check writer. Hold, please. Or check, please. And then the typewriter. Amazing. I have to zoom out on this one here because it's a big one. Kind of like that. Carry around that calculator. Get zooming on the name of that. Big head out of the way. Focus, okay. All right. All right, get back to you because I think that's it. Wait a minute, I think one more over here. Yeah, okay, one more. Hang on. Might as well just go right. Let's see, sheriff's badge. There you go. Sheriff's badge. Turn it sideways so you can read what that said there. Little ID. Go back. Okay. Bust off Sheriff Bob Baker. Bust off? No. Let's go to the sawed-off shotgun that we got here in a rifle. And we'll zoom out, and I'm going to give you a different perspective in a minute. Sawed-off shotgun. Ashley, it says on it. Let's see. 1936 members of the Higbee family discovered this shotgun west of Jupiter. It is believed to have been owned by John Ashley. Look for J. Ashley card on the gun stock. And then rifle, Winchester model, 92? Hang on, let me get closer. Yeah, 9225-20W.CW.E. At early 1900s. Found in John Ashley's vehicle on the night of November 1st, 1994, after he was ambushed by St. Lucie County Sheriff's deputies on a bridge near Sebastian. Yeah. Okay. We'll give you a different perspective here on that. Oh, okay, bust. I get it now. Let's get the side of this thing. Okay, I'll get back to you in a second once I show you this. I now know what it is. Okay, hang on. Yeah, this is the guy who busted him. Sheriff Bob Baker. That's what he looked like back then. Okay, now I'll get back to you in the next area. Okay, this says a wagon on a road. Painting. Can't quite read it, sorry, it's too dark. Maybe it'll show up here like this on the film. This here is a fishing reel. Wow. You like that, huh? Old-fashioned fishing reel. Ice tongs. I know what you're thinking. I'm not going to record or read everything, so like I said, I'm just getting you the good stuff. Come on down and check it out. This is a combination table and chair. So basically, you sat in it like that, and then this part here came down to there, and you made a table. You just put your stuff below, I guess, like bowls, whatever. Here's a sea cloud model. Let's see, read what it says here while I show you it. Okay. During World War II, the Coast Guard used the Sea Cloud, this is a replica of it, not to scale obviously, as a weather monitoring ship in the North Atlantic. The yacht was at Normandy on D-Day and may have sunk one of the German submarines. Those nasty U-boats, I tells ya. Okay, now I'll get back to you, going to another section that's a little ways away. All right, here we are in the next section. It's what they use to get to the woods. Two different types of machetes. There's that one on the left, and I go to the other one on top. On the right. Having fun times there, huh? There we go. These are 2 leg guards. Keep from getting cut by the sawgrass and other things attacking you. And then a hand guard. If you reach it down, you don't get cut all up. So that's a little small. Put that over your hand. Protect you. Take another shot of these guards. Here's old-fashioned, let's see, plow, right? I don't see the name on it somewhere. But let's go zoom out and get you a view of that. There, huh? You like that old-fashioned plow? We'll get a close-up of it real quick. Yeah. Your grandpa had one of those. I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, it's kind of a combo. Lavish interiors. Interiors of the Great Palm Beach Estates match the grandeur of the exteriors with dramatic entrances, massive staircases, stately dining rooms, and ocean views. Architects such as Meisner and Fatio, I don't know, tended carefully to details like lighting, seating, and other furnishings. With the construction of these sumptuous estates, the town's multitude of social events began to move from the grand hotels to the grand homes. So here's what it looked like. Everything's kind of, I think, left to right here. Give you an idea of this, what it was like back inside one of these. And then Meisner's workshop. Stuff there. He satisfied his demand for authenticity as Meisner decided to make his own furniture, pottery, roof, and floor tiles, stonework, lighting fixtures, wrought iron, and stained glass windows. He established a cluster of workshops that became Meisner Industries, one of the largest manufacturing concerns in West Palm Beach during the 1920s. Many of the objects on display before you were created in these workshops. So, all right, it's kind of a combo meal of everything in here. So just kind of get a little bit of everything for you. All right. This is all obviously the lavish lifestyle. Lavish. Back in the days. These are things that were made for the Millionaires Club. You know? Okay. Yeah. All right, get back to the next section over here. Okay, we're at the next one here. There's a lot to read here. So again, come on down, check it out. There's a lot to read and learn about one of the most famous places in the world, Palm Beach County. And West Palm Beach is the city that I'm in. So this up here, I'll get a nice big shot of that. I'll come back a little bit there. All right, we'll kind of keep it there. In West Palm Beach, the first town in 1884, Henry Flagler's Florida East Coast Railroad reached its terminus in West Palm Beach, which became the county's first incorporated town. It quickly prospered and expanded. This is kind of what it looked like back then in the days. Another picture here. Let's see. One casualty of the county's rapid growth was a community in Palm Beach County called the Sticks. It housed more than, that's I guess what that is, 2,000 African Americans who worked in the hotels and other local businesses. In 1912, the last residents of Sticks moved to West Palm Beach to make way for new development. This one here. Kelsey City, boom and bust. The state's first planned community, Kelsey City, grew out of the 1920s Florida land boom. It was designed by Olmsted Brothers, landscape architects of New York City's Central Park. Ads introduced the community as the Woods Winter Playground. Kelsey City was hit hard by the 1926 and 28 hurricanes and by the subsequent real estate collapse. It was renamed Lake Park in 1939. And there's the man, Harry Kelsey, a restaurant entrepreneur from 1879 to 1957 from Massachusetts. He came to Florida for his health during the 1920s. He invested heavily in real estate and founded Kelsey City. After losing everything in the bust, he returned north. Dun dun dun. This is here how they used to have fun. Looks like an army dude or something. I don't know. Up there on the pole. Run in power. All right, the next one here, starting from scratch. Show you this real quick. The first settlers used whatever they could find to build and furnish their homes, local trees, driftwood, and even lumber for shipwrecks. They usually thatched the roofs with palmetto leaves. These provided a perfect refuge for roaches, snakes, and lizards. Ah, what fun. The pioneers scoured shipwrecks for pots and pans, wood-burning stoves, and other amenities to make daily life easier. Musical instruments helped them fill the long evenings and deal with their relative seclusion. When new, these shacks are pleasant shelters with the fresh odor of newly cut leaves and are rather pretty light green in color and clean, but an old one is brown, leaky, and full of roaches. Pioneer Lily Pierce Voss said all that good stuff. I read it right there. Okay, next one, battling the bugs. Outside the pioneers' homes, the air was thick with mosquitoes and other insects. It still is. Many people burned a smudge pot or smoking fire day and night to ward off these unwelcome guests. To keep insects off their bodies, settlers wore long clothing and wrapped newspaper around their arms. Some cut palmetto leaves to use as fly swatters. That's always nice and cutty. Others kept palm leaf brooms on the porch to brush insects off themselves and the door before entering the house. None of the doors and windows of our houses had screens to keep out the swarms of mosquitoes and sandflies. Light would attract the mosquitoes, so we spent our evenings after supper in the dark. Pioneer Charles Pierce. Yeah, what fun times that guy had. There we go. A ladle. There. A smoothing iron. Ooh, Lord. And a Singer sewing machine. A little bit. Have fun with that sewing machine, eh? A viola and a 29-string zither. Anybody ever see one of those? I haven't. The violin and the zither. Talk about interesting. I don't know. That thing. I've never seen one of those. Another. Oh, that's a World War One gun there, bayonet. You get a different perspective of it over there. Zoom out a little bit. Too big. That sucker goes to the floor, as you can see. There's a glass here, so I'm not going to really go over it. Just zoom in and get you a little bit. All right. Then I'll get back to you with the next one. All right, back at it. Legendary barefoot mailmen. In 1885, a unique system was developed to link the Lake Worth communities with the Miami area. Mail carriers walk barefoot along the beach in order to avoid slogging through the inland swamps. The 6-day round trip covered 136 miles, 80 on foot, 56 in small boats. Over the course of a year, the barefoot mailmen walked about 7,000 miles. They kept walking until the system ended in 1883 when the stagecoach from Lantana to Miami started. Henry John Burkhart was one of the last mail carriers. Let's see, James Ed Hamilton there at the bottom. Let's zoom in on that. Uh, 1855 to 1887, one of the barefoot mailmen died in the line of duty. He drowned or was attacked by alligators or sharks after someone borrowed his skiff, forcing him to swim across the Hillsborough Inlet to retrieve it. Although his clothes and mailbag were discovered hanging from a tree, his body was never found. And here's what it looked like where they went along the trail. Zoom out real quick there. The trail, they went along, barefooting it. And here's the guy here with his backpack of your precious mail. There he is. He's barefoot. Okay, let's go over here to this one here. This is I don't know. Oh, piece of the rail and tie sections. That's what that is. Okay. The old rail ties. Yeah. Let's see how they made that there. The wood, I guess, goes across these tracks, Very cool. Okay, this is a sextant manufactured by C. Pluth Company, Hamburg, Germany. Huh. Let's see, let's read what this says here while I'm looking at it. In this letter, Pioneer Payne reports a raid on the Jupiter Lighthouse and the dismantling of the light mechanism. The inlet was to handicap naval blockaders from the north during the Civil War. So there's a love letter. No, kidding. On the letter. And it doesn't say exactly what that is. I guess this was how you wrote. I don't know what is that thing. Anybody know what a sextant is? Go ahead and leave it in the comments below, because I have no clue. Let's try to get a zoom in on that thing. I don't know what that thing is. You can tell me. It's very interesting. I like that little monocle. It looks like I'm gonna get one of those eventually here. Add that to my adventures. Get a little more spiffed up, huh? All right, we'll get back at you. Okay, here we are. Art of Catching. Medcliff, 1940s. An elderly Connie Mack reaches the donor how to catch. Teaches the donor how to catch, sorry. Born Cornelius Alexander McGillicuddy in 1862, Mack was a professional baseball player, manager, and team owner. He managed the Philadelphia Athletics, who held spring training in West Palm Beach for 50 consecutive seasons. There's the guy right there on a painting. Oh, Danielson. Well, that's, Baseball, Major League Baseball Hall of Fame catcher from 1974-92, signed by Gary Carter. Trained with Montreal Expos at West Palm Beach Municipal Stadium. There's one signed by him. Polo mallets and ball. These mallets were owned by John T. Oxley and his son John C. Jack Oxley. Both men made numerous significant contributions to the sport of polo, which is these right here. We'll go down and crisscross down to there. And that's the polo ball. A little dark, sorry about that. Tennis racket, fourth player elected unanimously to do Tennis Hall of Fame in 1995, or to the. Chris Everett won numerous tennis championships, including the U.S. Open, French Open, and Wimbledon. That's his racket he used to use. And then a golf club driver signed by Jack Nicklaus, the Golden Bear, used this driver in 1971, winning the PGA Championship at PGA National Golf Course in Palm Beach Gardens. At the time, he became the only player to win the Grand Slam of the golf twice. All right, I'm going to get a different perspective of that because it's very long. Actually, we'll go ahead and get out of here and get you. You like slinging that long thing, huh? Speaking of slinging, I'm swinging around here to a old-fashioned roulette. Go ahead and change the view there. You like that sucker, huh? Old-fashioned roulette. Table. A real table here. A big giant one they must have got from someplace around here. Let's see. The Beach Club. Colonel Edward R. Bradley opened the Beach Club in 1898 after he decided to let women gamble. The venture prospered and became what many consider the world's finest gambling casino. Although gambling was illegal in Florida, the Beach Club circumvented that technicality by operating as a private club. No local residents were permitted to be members. When the club closed in 1945, Joseph P. Kennedy, father of President Kennedy, laminated Palm Beach has lost its zipperoo. And here is Colonel Edward Bradley. Let's get in there. Uh, 1859 to 1946, donated much of his fortune to local hospitals, churches, and other charities. He willed the Beach Club land to Palm Beach to be developed into a park. It is now Bradley Park. And this down here, that what do they call that thing? I forgot the name of that. Let's zoom in on here in a minute. Card catalog, I guess. I don't know. It says Chemin de Fer something, and a dice shaker. This is the old. Oh, zoom out. Old-fashioned dice shaker there. Hey, like that? That's pretty fancy, huh? All right. Get back at you in a minute. Okay, here we are at 301, the historic courtroom. It's 1961. We're on the third floor. You can't go to the first floor, by the way. I think you can go to the fourth, but we'll check it out in a minute. Here we go. This is back from the days when they used to have a courtroom. Old-fashioned style. Are we allowed to go in there? No. If it doesn't move, you ain't going in, I think. Yes, you can. I think it doesn't say you can't go in there. Okay. No, is this the chambers? Chambers? Yeah, that's nothing. Okay, never mind. I guess that's just their own stuff. I'm not going in there. Okay. Let me go up here, and this is the, what's there? I don't know if they had that back then. We'll get it anyways. PA system. And then there's a bunch of other stuff like that. I'm assuming that they have something else that's there. Okay, there's the gavel. No, I'm not going to touch it. You can touch it if you want. I'd like to not have any problems. Okay, so there's a... I don't know what that is. Maybe, I don't know. That's where you put your tissues when you throw them away. $50 a tissue to throw away when you... Anyways, okay. Bad joke. All right. What was that? Court's in session. Here's where they sat. You know? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. There's all the people. And up there was more room. Okay, get back to the next area. Okay, different perspective. This is what it looked like. You know, facing the judge. There's all the seats. You know. All right. Honorable Judge Adventure, now presiding. Order in the court. Order in the court. All right, get back to the next section. I think there's one more. Almost forgot. The jurors. Peers of the jurors. Jurors of the peers. However you want to word it. Guilty, guilty. All right, now get back to you. And the last perspective, when they're used to have, I guess, have chair of the peers well, or you stand it, I don't know. And there's what it looked like from the top area looking down at the courthouse, you know. The judge be there, the jurors be there, and the rest of you fine folks will be there. All right. I hope you enjoyed this historic journey of Palm Beach County and courthouse combo one. They took things from out there and put them in this courthouse to be displayed, as well as this, you know, here courtroom that they bring in all this stuff. The billing is original, pretty much everything, but obviously some areas are off limits, and the areas that aren't, they put in, instead of what you normally be in here, they put in other things like this reenacted courtroom, I think, if I remember correctly, is from somewhere else when they originally had it, and they put it in here, and there's all those artifacts that we just went through from everything in Palm Beach County. So it's kind of a combo meal. So with that said, hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next adventure. And I'm out to the next one. Oh yeah, join me, will you? Did you like that? I sure did. I had a great time. So much in there. And like I've been saying, I don't want to know everything before I go. That's the whole point of adventure. Get an idea, then you get there, get a feel, learn stuff, whatever, you know. And it was definitely a lot to learn there, more than I expected about Palm Beach County and people that came here and stayed and gone, etc. Like I've said before, every now and then, I'll say it again. I am going to go to other counties in Florida, cities, places of any kind of interest I feel it's interesting to be, somewhat different. Doesn't have to be totally, but, you know, something unique, something rare, hopefully, at least a little bit to a lot, depending on whatever. And eventually, if y'all will hit the subscribe and get my count number up to 1K and beyond, then I'll be able to get more help from YouTube and you. And we'll go on other adventures outside of the state and beyond to the world. Love to go to the moon, but yeah, okay. Lots of luck in that ever happening, right? Or something. Yeah. Even Justin Timberlake or whoever it was going to go and, oh, wait a minute, I got that kind of money. One-way trip. Yeah. Anyways, so I definitely want to always try to be off the beaten path, verbally, visually, etc. Because there's plenty of channels out there for all the other stuff. That, big attractions, shows, theme parks, whatever. I want to give you something different, strange, unique, outdated. I want to have like an unknown what's inside the fondue pot of Mr. Adventure Does. Whatever, wherever, whenever. That's the whole point of this channel. You come here, get a little something different. At least a little something, I hope you take with you, if not more. That said, glad you tuned in. Hope to see a lot of subscribers. Hit the like, dislike, share it, please. And I'll see you on the next adventure. Goodbye.